Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's a culture shift.
She was able to get y'all to see something and understand something that nobody could get you to see.
It's time to set it off.
All right, so Saturday when I was out with my son, I seen that Drake had, one of Drake's tracks leaked or whatever. And at first I was like, all right, he did this. But bars had changed on the one that he officially dropped. So
I thought it was AI at first.
Really?
Yeah, which says a lot about the world we in, right? Like
Right.
we got to figure out if it's real before we even start talking about it.
I know, I did see that too, but I just thought people was talking. No, these bars were spot on for that to be AI. It was crazy, and only he would know certain information, right? Mm-hmm. So he had took some shots at Kendrick Lamar, The Weeknd, Nav, which I didn't even know he was beefing with, the little Indian boy, mm-hmm. and Rick Ross, Future, and Metro Boomin. Let's break it down.
See, that was all towards Future and Kendrick.
Yes, mm-hmm. And I was gonna say you have to help me break this down because I listened a lot. I even stepped away from my son to see real quick, mm-hmm. like what's going on with this. But when Kendrick had told me he was gonna get his chain, he was gonna snatch his chain or whatever. Wasn't that because
that was something that Kendrick said on First Person Shooter,
right?
Yes, and he's saying that Kendrick only has a size 7 shoe. A lot of short shaming went on in this record.
Yeah.
A lot of short shaming. The beginning was towards Future when he said, "I could never be somebody's number one fan."
Give him
I
number
put
one.
your first number one in your hand. That was way too sexy. Yes.
Didn't I know? That's when he got him his first number one chart hit or whatever.
Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay, so let's move on a little bit. Let's move on. I'm getting it.
You better do that, mom.
That's all the Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking about Taylor Swift and Maroon 5.
Basically saying that, Kendrick had to do those features because Top wanted them to.
Mm-hmm.
That is so messed up.
Yes. Better do this show inside the Biddy.
What's the Biddy?
The city. That's how Bloods would say it, though.
Oh, Drake of Blood.
No. But, no.
Okay, all right, yeah. I didn't know that. Okay.
No.
All right, what's the next one?
Poor Metro, man. Everywhere Metro gonna go, people gonna tell him to shut his dumb ass up and make some drums. He's gonna be in the fast food restaurant, fast food drive-through. The people gonna be saying that. He's gonna be out with people and just walking through the mall or something, and people gonna be like, Metro, shut your dumb ass up and make some drums. Metro gonna end up in a fight because of that.
I'm sure.
Metro gonna end up in a fight because of that line, yo.
I'm sure.
Because everywhere he go, people gonna be telling him to shut his dumb ass up and make some drums.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe he should do that. Like
he does
should
it very
be jumping.
well.
I know, yeah. Well, my son told me what 20v1 is. That's it's like some new little TikTok trend or the YouTube trend where the guy, it'd be like 20 women for one guy, something like that.
No, he's saying that it's 20 people versus him.
I know what Drake is saying, but he got it from a trend that's going on with kids.
20 versus 1?
Yeah, like they be doing it on YouTube and TikTok.
No, people been saying 5 versus 1 forever. It's versus.
All right, what's the next one?
Your manager was Charles' little blunt runner. Clean a 6 and you boys ain't even come from it. And when you boys got rich, you had to run from it. Cash flowing, able bread out here tricking. What should we do for this? He doing for endless
talk. I don't care about none of that. That's all Canadian talk.
Well, as you know, Cash and XO is the manager of the weekends. That's what that stuff.
I don't care about any of that.
Yeah, what's crazy is the Drake and Whitney ball. He mentioned Kendrick's wife.
I be with some bodyguards like Whitney. Top say, drop your little midget ass better.
All right, what you think about that?
That's just more short shaming.
No, about his wife. He mentioned.
He short shamed. He told you to drop his little midget ass down and get him 50. But yes,
bodyguard.
I don't know what that means, but Whitney is the name of Kendrick's wife, and Drake does that because emotionally and mentally he knows that will rattle his opponent in some way. Yeah, you mentioned somebody's wife on the record. He did the same thing with Push.
Okay.
Yeah. He's Drake.
Push mentioned his son.
After.
Different. Oh, after.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Remember Drake went at Drama's baby mom too.
Yes. Here's the thing, man. First of all, I was highly, highly impressed by Push Up. Okay, Drake delivered a top-tier response to everything that was going on, and this is coming from an OG veteran Drake hater. So drop one of the clues bombs for Drake. Okay, I love the record. He delivered.
He craftfully delivered that record. Drake put his time, his effort into it, and he shot.
And he did what he was supposed to do.
Absolutely.
And he went further than Kendrick has ever gone. Because Kendrick been throwing shots at Drake for years, very blatant subliminals, but Drake aimed right at Kendrick, and he said, okay, if this is what you want, then you got it. So right now, Kendrick on the clock. Okay, yeah. Kendrick is all the way on the clock. Drake gave Kendrick his takeover, and now Kendrick has to deliver his ether if he got it.
And there's one thing you can say about Drake is there's not one person that ever went at Drake that Drake didn't respond to.
Well,
if it was in his caliber. Yeah, absolutely. Name one that wasn't in his caliber.
He backed away from Pusha after Pusha dropped that story.
But he responded at first. He responded to anybody
and then
at first.
He backed away after the story.
But did he respond at first?
But then he backed away from the story.
But did he respond?
Stop. I'm trying to give Drake some props here, but now you're going to make me say something I don't got no business.
You shouldn't be saying that. I just said he responded. You only got to say yes.
I just want to
responded.
say it's up. It's up, and it's up because Drake wants it to be up. Okay.
Okay, and speaking of responses, Rick Ross had something to say. He couldn't wait to run downstairs too, and he and he made a diss track called Champagne Moments.
You ain't never want to be a nigga anyway. That's why you had operation to make your nose smaller than your father knows. I don't follow you again because you sent the motherfucker cease and desist to French Montana. You sent the police nigga hating on my dog project.
NBA had a nose job too.
I did not have no nose job. Don't
No.
start.
Now, how did Drake respond to that? Because I found this very, very hilarious.
He posted on his Instagram story texts between him and his mom because his mom was like, "Wait a minute, you went to go get a nose job without me, and you know I wanted one for a long time." And he was like, "I would have got a 2-for-1 deal if I went mine." It's coming from Rick Ross, the guy I did songs with. He's gone loopy off the Manjaro. He hasn't eaten in days, and it's turned him angry and racist. The performance he performs at proms for money, it's bad. We'll handle it. Don't worry about it.
As soon as Drake called Ross racist, Ross should have called Drake a Karen. Okay? and you should have called him a Karen right off top. And instead of white boy, Ross, you should have called Drake Aubrey Graham Cracker. Okay?
Are you jumping in this too?
No, I'm not. The truth is,
like you jumping in
here's
this.
the thing. The
He
truth
just gave Drake all that props and now he firing back. He goes right back.
He
goes right back.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm just sitting back watching as a hip hop fan. But the truth is, I don't care about any of those other rappers. I don't care about Ross replying to Drake. We are here for the main event. Drake, I don't need you taking no more fights before we get to what we came to see, which is Kendrick. And Kendrick, you on the clock.
Yeah.
It's all on Kendrick now. Kendrick has been calling for this. He's been asking for this for several years, and he got what he wanted. So now it's time to show and prove because Drake said it. Drake up right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Drake up right now.
Absolutely.
Because Drake took it farther than Kendrick ever has.
And he set it up for a part 2. At the end, he did say, "Don't make me like really start."
He told Kendrick, drop that record that you've been sitting on for 4 years.
That is so messed up.
And Kendrick, I hope you have not been sitting on a record for 4 years. After what I heard with Push Up, you need to take a breath. You take your time and reply correctly. Because like I said, Drake dropped his takeover, so now you got to give us your ether. If you got the ether.
That's what he do anyway, though. He takes his time.
He should.
4 years.
No, we don't know.
He better come back faster than that.
He got a couple weeks.
He better come back faster than that.
I actually think I actually give him some days.
Drake came back in what, a week?
Yeah, that's why I said that was pretty fast.
Not about 2 weeks.
No, about a week.
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 8 days.
It's been 2 weeks since that Future record dropped.
But I think that's because everybody else, he heard everybody else. Like that's where the 20v1 came from. At first it was just Kendrick. And then he hear everybody keep talking about him. It's like, all right, now I really got to go.
I don't care about none of them other people.
Do
Drake versus Kendrick is the main event. Kendrick, you've been asking for this for years. You finally got what you asked for. Drake gave it right to you. Served it up, put it right at your doorstep. What's up?
This is Drake versus everybody. Next tour, that's to be the tour. Drake versus everybody starts selling T-shirts. Hats, sweatshirts, and all.
Well, somebody in Detroit gonna make a lot of money because I know that they own that patent.
Yeah, they patent that. Yeah, so maybe not.
Okay.
Shout out to Detroit. What up, though? And that is Jess With The Mess.
Yes, it is.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.